name is Ashley Michon. I am almost 24 years old and I'm a liberal.
My name is David Michon. I am 18 years old. Liberal.
My name is Daniel J. Michon Jr. I am 55 years old and I am an independent.
For me, most of my morals have come from my religious upbringing. I was raised in a Christian Protestant family, and so, the Bible was kind of a center focus of my life, and, kind of that backbone of what would Jesus do, and kind of walking the earth like Christ, and thinking of all that. So, kind of, whenever I'm in a moral questionable situation, I always ask myself if, Christ were with me, would this be how I was acting? Would this be how I was treating people? And that's kind of how I figure out my morals.
I would define morals as the characteristics people use to decide between right and wrong. I would say my morals are using context and each individual case to decide what to do in each situation depending on what information is presented to me.
Morals are the way you react in certain situations. For example, if you found a $20 bill on the street, would you pick it up and put it in your pocket? Or would you pick it up and find the rightful owner?
I guess my philosophy for my life would be treat others as you would like to be treated. I know it's super cheesy, but you can kind of pretty much figure yourself out of most situations if you think about how you would want to be treated in that situation and if you're acting accordingly.
Don't be awful.
Yes. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. And what does that mean? That means if you're nice to someone, they will be nice to you.
Knowledge is the acquisition of new information, and I would say how you use it is transferred to wisdom. Like, if you use it appropriately, then you have wisdom because you're using your knowledge in a good manner.
The understanding of things in the universe and knowing what to do and when to do them.
What is knowledge? Knowledge is what is in your brain and what you know, and you should strive to know as much as you can, because knowledge is power, and those with knowledge must use that knowledge for the betterment of the world.
The quote "perception is reality" kind of speaks to that question, because you might have a situation and have two people viewing it in two completely different ways. So one person might view a situation in one way and another person might view it in another way, and that's the appearance of the situation, whereas in reality it's the exact same situation. It's just two people perceiving it in different ways. However, what I said previously, where I said perception is reality, that perception, how they're perceiving it, that is their reality, whether it's true or not.
Everyone's appearance of reality is their reality, but real reality is what actually happens.
Appearances could be different from reality. Some people, they see something and don't understand what the appearance is, and that becomes their reality. That is not always accurate.
I think beauty kind of goes back to that perception versus reality standpoint. I think it's really hard to define something as universally beautiful. I think it's easier in like nature, like looking at a sunrise or a sunset or a mountainscape. I think myself or Grace or whoever could go and see that sunset and all universally think it's beautiful. But then kind of looking at more abstract ideas of beauty, like, oh, do you think this person is beautiful, or do you think this top is beautiful? I think that gets a little bit harder to define because it has to do with your perception, your reality. Is it beautiful in your reality? I don't know. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't.
I would have to say the cliche of beauty's in the eye of the beholder. Everyone sees beauty differently. Some people would see a sunset as beautiful, meanwhile, more superficial people would see physical attractiveness as beauty. But beauty is different to each and every person.
Beauty is skin deep. Beauty comes from the inside. Doesn't matter what the outside is, beauty comes from the inside. An example of beauty would be helping another person who may be less fortunate than you.